Welcome back. Today in this class we are going to discuss about area capacitance calculations. Okay, in the last class we studied about the sheet resistance. Now we are going to continue with the capacitance calculation. Why? Because the main agenda is to find out the delay. Okay, we know that delay is equals to the product of resistance and capacitance. Therefore we are going to find out resistance first. After that we are going to focus on the capacitance. Later we will go to delay. Is it understood? Now we know very well, okay, the general expression of capacitance is C is equals to epsilon A divided by D, where epsilon can be written as what? Epsilon naught into epsilon insulation. Okay, what is the unit of capacitance? Farad is the unit of capacitance. Don't forget, this is an area, this is a thickness of your silicon dioxide. Then what is this? Permittivity, relative permittivity of silicon dioxide. And what is this? Relative permittivity of the free space. Sorry, not a relative permittivity of the free space. Is it okay? Now you can observe the parameters present in your expression. Now these are the parameters present in your expression. Now will you please tell me what is the permittivity of free space? Absolutely, the permittivity of free space is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 14 farad per centimeter. Okay, this is the permittivity of free space. Now what is your relative permittivity? We know very well what is our relative silicon dioxide. Therefore for the silicon dioxide the relative permittivity is 4. Now it is your area of plates and it is the thickness of silicon dioxide. Now here in this class you have to very focus on the typical values of the capacitance and their relative values. Now I will show one table. The values should be very clearly remembered by you. Okay, you should remember the values. Okay, now you can observe this table. Some typical values of absolutely. Now I hope that it is somewhat better for you. Okay, in visualization. Now you can observe very clearly. Now you can talk about these capacitance values are for layers. Now you can observe that here you are having gate to channel. Okay, here you are having diffusion, polysilicon to substrate. Now all these values are okay, very important for doing calculations. You can observe this. All these values are in picofarads. Okay, and don't forget into 10 to the power of minus 4 micrometer square. That means you can observe that the unit of this is picofarad, which is into 10 to the power of minus 4 per micrometer square. You know very well what is the value of micro. 10 to the power of minus 6 is the value of micro. Is it clear? Now here they said the relative values in brackets. They said that in brackets what are those values? Relative values. Now you can observe very clearly here. For gate to channel, what is the capacitance in 5 micrometer technology? 4. But you should not tell 4. You should tell 4 picofarad into 10 to the power of minus 4 per micrometer square. You have to tell in this manner. Don't forget what is the unit. Once again I am telling that the unit is picofarad into 10 to the power of minus 4 per micrometer square. Is it understood, all of you? Now you have to remember these values. 4 in 5 micrometer, 8 in 2 micrometer, 16 in 1.2 micrometer. You can observe that 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. It is very easy to remember. And here you may observe the relative permittivity 1.0, 1.0, 1.0. Therefore the relative value is same for all these different technologies when the layer is gate to channel capacitance, when the capacitance is a gate to channel. Similarly you have to observe diffusion, poly to substrate. Okay, for diffusion 5 micrometer is 1, 1.75, 1.75. Now here relative 0.25, 0.22, 0.23. Okay, in this manner you have to remember all these values. Now if somebody asks you, sir, which values we have to particularly remember for our examination point of view, means okay, particularly try to remember these three for your examination point of view. This one and this one and this one. Okay, remaining values are not that much important for your external point of view. Is it clear? But don't forget what is the unit of this capacitance. Absolutely. Picofarad into 10 to the power of minus 4, okay, per micrometer square. What is the relative values? The relative values are present in the brackets. I hope that are you clear. That's it for today's class. In the next class we will try to calculate some capacitance, okay, and we will try to perform the problems based on that calculations. Is it clear, all of you? Then okay, thank you very much for each and everyone. Have a nice day. If you are having any doubts, please comment. Okay.